later. But let's focus on some more stocks now. JSPL is the one that's dragging its feet. Joining us is Ravi Uppal, the MD and CEO of JSPL, to talk about the numbers. Mr. Uppal, good morning. What were the steel realizations in the past quarter?
Well, in the first quarter, the demand was surprisingly less compared to how the sentiment was in quarter 4 of the last financial year. And you'll be surprised to know that the demand grew only by 0.4% during this quarter. So with the tepid demand, the prices took a beating. They were steadily rising up to April, but come May and June, the prices started to decline. So the NSR during the Q1 was not at the same level as the previous quarter, and that did affect, the EBITDA levels and the earning levels. And if the demand would have been more robust than we experienced, I don't think that would have been the case.
Okay, morning, Mr. Uppal. Have you noticed any pickup in steel demand or in steel prices post the first quarter, that is in the current quarter? We've seen some price hikes, I believe.
Well, the second quarter is basically a monsoon quarter, and this year the monsoon, has been pretty heavy. So therefore, second quarter, there was not any recovery of prices. They were, in the best case, at the same level as the end of first quarter. But I do foresee that the prices are recovering starting from September, right up to the March, because the projects which are in discussion, the inquiry bank, both of them have improved compared to what it was 2 to 3 months ago. So I think that it should look good in Q3 and Q4.
Okay, Mr. Uppal, good morning. What are the current inventory levels for you?
Well, the inventory levels have really come down in JSPL as a part of our campaign for financial efficiency. Both the receivables as well as inventory have been focused on. And if you look at the end of June, our inventory level had come to a level close to 3 lakh tons. It used to be much higher earlier, but progressively we have brought it down. And same thing we have done with the receivables, to cash out the receivables, and it touched almost its all-time low of nearly 450 crores only in receivables. So I think working capital has received a lot of attention in our company as a part of the capital efficiency program.
But Mr. Uppal, why were your volumes flat year on year and they were actually down 20% sequentially?
Well, it's two factors. Number one, the demand was tepid, and secondly, we had taken a shutdown for 6 weeks in our Angul facility, which is manufacturing the plates, and therefore we could not produce to the level that we do in a normal quarter. But there will definitely be recovery in the subsequent one. But the other thing that you would notice that our plant in Oman has done extremely well. That has been operating at a level of 80%, and it has also posted a very impressive EBITDA at 26% in the last quarter.
Your pellet sales have rocketed. Can you break it up for us into export and domestic sales?
Well, we are quite happy with the way pellet market has developed, especially the export market. Our production of pellets is continuing to rise. It touched a level of 700,000 tons, in that particular quarter. And 50% of that is being exported. The export demand right now is very good. So at this moment, we are not selling much in domestic market except meeting our own captive requirements. But the export prospects look very promising. The prices are constantly increasing. It used to be at a level of about $60 FOB. Today, the price levels are at about $92. So it's gone up by nearly 50%, so I'm sure we'll see the positive impact of it in the subsequent quarters.
Okay, let's focus on your power business as well. What explains these weak PLF levels?
I think you just hit it on the head. I think the main culprit is demand. The demand has not been high. I mean, we were surprised that this summer, that is from April till about end of June, the demand was considerably less than what we had in the same quarter last year. So I think it took the entire power industry by surprise. But I'm sure this kind of phenomenon is going to not continue very long. We do see that once the monsoons are over, there will be an uptick in demand for power.
So what were the power realizations then for quarter 1?
Well, the realization depends on how you sell the power. If you sell the power through PPAs, the demand, the NSR is average about 350 at our bus bar. But if you sell it in the merchant market rates have been very low this year. It has really hurt the power industry, and there the realization is about 270 to 280 on the bus bar.
Okay, how much of your current capacity has been tied up via the PPA route, and also if you could tell us your targeted power capacity?
Well, as I said, by November we will have the complete 1200 megawatts secured, and we are also expecting short-term contracts for the third island, which is at the 1200 megawatt. I reckon that in the third and the fourth quarter, that especially from middle of October or end of October, we should be running, as much as 24 to 2500 megawatt.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Uppal, for joining us. So that's the word coming in from JSPL, still down about 3.5%. By the way, although the frontline indices are down in the red, the mid-caps are actually doing quite